In this video, we're going to show you how to install the exterior mirror on your Honda Ridgeline, located on the driver's side front door. We're going to start by making sure that our window is up. Now, right behind the door handle here, there's a little plastic cap. We're going to use a pocket screwdriver, and when you pull this open, you're going to access that plastic cap. Right on the very bottom of this cap, there's a little notch. I'm going to go ahead and try and pop that out. Here's a little notch right there that you're going to put your pocket screwdriver into. Go ahead and set that aside. Now, right behind here, there should be a series of screws. Looks like we have two in here. We're using a 7mm and an extension with our ratchet. So it's just those two 7mm screws. The handle assembly itself will pull out. Now there's a cable unit right here, and it has a plastic retainer clip securing that there. We can use a pocket screwdriver. You can sometimes use your finger if you can get it in there, but you can just pry gently, and you're going to go sideways and pop that clip up. The cable end has a 90-degree end on it, so you're just going to gently pull that up and out and release that. And then the cable end snaps into the assembly, so you're simply going to grab it and pull it out evenly, like so. Right above the door panel in the front, we have a little sail panel. Now this is held in by a couple clips. You can use your fingers and get into the edge here. You can use a plastic trim tool, something like this here, and come in behind to assist, and just gently pull outward towards you. As that top pops out, you have two tabs on the bottom that just latch down into the front edge of the steel portion of the door. Go ahead and set that aside. There are 3 Phillips head screws located here. Use your Phillips head screwdriver to go ahead, loosen, and remove those. Set those screws aside. Inside the door handle pull area here, you're going to find a rubber mat. Simply use your pocket screwdriver. Go ahead and work that down between that rubber mat and work that up and out. Now that's going to expose a Phillips head screw down inside. Use your Phillips head screwdriver. Loosen and remove that. Remove that screw and set that aside. Next step is to pop off our door panel. Now it's held on by plastic retainer buttons around the perimeter, and sometimes when you pop those off, some of those can break and you might have to source some replacements. But in order to pop this off, just kind of reach down around the side here, and you're going to feel a gap between the door panel and the door shell itself. You can kind of rest a knee on the bottom of that door, kind of lean into it a little bit, and grab that door panel, put your fingers underneath the edge, and just gently tug towards you. You're going to hear the pins popping. and do this all the way around the perimeter. You're going to see that the door panel is floppy at this point. You know that all your clips are done. Move back up to the top, and we're going to lift up our door panel. We're going to lift it up and away. I'm going to take that door panel, we're going to rotate this. And you can see that we have some wire harnesses on the back side. Now on the bottom side is where the little lamp is. We're going to twist that counterclockwise and just remove that here. And you might find it easier to use a trim tool for this here. Simply get behind this little button, pop that right out. Now we have some other connectors down here on the bottom side of your power window switch unit. And it's hard to see on camera, but we'll show you once we pop these out. I'm just kind of supporting the door panel on my leg and pulling up against me to support that. Once you get those connectors undone, go ahead and set that door panel aside, and we'll show you what those connectors look like. Right here is that little spring clip. You can see that flexes in. On this large white one here, has one similar to it. And the same thing on this one here. Just a little tab right here. So you're going to push those in and pull on the connector itself, and those will pop right out. Now when we had removed our door panel itself, a couple of the plastic buttons had popped out of the door panel. So you can use a trim tool, and normally you can just get in here and kind of pop those out. When you pop those out, you can see it just has a little dome on it that snaps in. Now you can install these back on the door panel. I'm going to remove the rest of these had popped out. We'll install them on the door panel and prep that for installation for later on. On the back side of the mirror here, you have your electrical connector. Now normally you can just use your finger and pinch down and pull that off. If you can't, you can use a pocket screwdriver to press on that little tab and pop that. You have 3 8mm nuts. I'm going to loosen and remove the 2 lower nuts here first. Just break that one free. Leave that third one on top for now. The reason for that is that it holds the mirror in place. Now as you're removing this one here, use one hand to reach around the other side. And you can see if I can actually wiggle the mirror itself. So hold that in place. When you remove that nut, use that hand out there, go ahead and gently wiggle that. Now right here, you can see I let go of the mirror, but you want to hold on to this. Right here on the connector, there are 2 tabs to push down, and you can see it actually releases it, and then there's one on the bottom. You can hear that click. Go ahead and grab that mirror, wiggle that out, and pull that away from the body. And there you have it. On the new mirror, you may receive it with the rubber caps over the studs. Simply pull those off and discard those. And on the upper corner of the sail panel, pull that piece off. And go ahead and make sure that your rubber gasket, your body gasket, is seated fully. Now I'm just going to take this, reach on the outside here, and just feed those studs into the door. Okay. Go ahead and push that in. going to go ahead and get one nut installed on the top. It's always a good safety precaution to go ahead and do that. Now I want to snug these down evenly. You also want to inspect the outside of the mirror, make sure the gasket itself is fully seated around the perimeter of the mirror. And when tighten this down, you want to do it evenly. And you want to snug them down. It doesn't have to be super tight, but you will feel the nut bottom out. Just make sure that those are good and snug. Once you have those snug, you now go ahead and take the connector, line that up, push that in. You'll be able to feel and hear it snap into place. I'm going to install our harnesses here. Rotate this a little bit. Get our light in the bottom of the door. Now we can rotate the door panel. I'm going to lift this up. So when we're doing this here, the upper sill plate needs to latch onto the top of the door panel itself. We also need to get our latch assembly to come through the hole here. So we're going to tilt the door panel in at the top, try and work this down. Seems like everything is lined up. Make sure that your cable for the handle itself is exposed. You don't want to seal up the door and not have that cable end ready to go. So go ahead and pull that out. There it is. Now go ahead and work your way around the perimeter. Snapping in all those plastic clips. Go ahead and give that door latch or lock mechanism a test. Make sure everything is good there. Install the screw into the door pull pocket. Snug that down good and tight. With that secure, go ahead and grab your little rubber pad here, drop that down inside. Go ahead and grab that cable end, feed it into the latch unit here, snap that over. Go ahead and install the green retainer into the handle, push that in. Now this side here inserts first, and then push the handle into place. Just get one screw started there. Grab the other one. Once you get both of them started, we'll go ahead and snug those down. Now you have your little cover right here. The notch itself for that pocket screwdriver was at the bottom. It has two little tabs on the top. So when you pull this out and insert this, be sure to insert the top in first. And then push the lower in. Install the upper sill. You have two tabs here that need to latch into the pocket and the door here. Once those fit down inside, snap that in, and you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.